Hello and welcome to Forspoken Part 2, in which we get fully introduced to the world of Athia and all of its strengths and weaknesses. It's going to be a somewhat long video, because there's a lot to go into for this particular section of the game. I'm going through chapters basically 2 and 3 just to get a lot of the setup done. And yeah, there's a little bit of video corruption, I'm sorry about that. I tried rebaking it, see if that fixed it, but it seems to just because the length of the video, some areas go a little bit wonky. Hopefully it won't be too bad though, we'll see.
Hey, look at you.
I'd be careful.
Come on, don't be shy.
Seriously, I wouldn't. Let's just keep moving.
Why are you so freaked out by this fella? Whoa!
Because it's not as it seems.
You tell me that now? Shit!
Well, don't just stand there.
Welcome to the introduction of combat, and also our first major enemy, the Gaping Badger.
What the?
Don't start panicking now.
I do quite like the enemy designs in this game. I'll explain the actual different types of magic
Did I just do that?
as the fight goes on.
With my assistance.
I did not just do that.
We did.
I just moved shit with my mind.
Perhaps our connection has somehow awoken some abilities.
I just moved shit with my mind.
I just keep hearing I.
I just moved shit with my freaking mind! Yeah, okay, that is something I do now. I do magic, talk to sentient cuffs, kill jacked up beasts. You know what? I'll probably fly next.
Now you're just being ridiculous.
Oh, that's too far. Good to know there's a line.
If you could just master these new abilities, with my help, of course.
Did you not just see me take out that gnarly beast? Oh, bring it, you mangled monsters.
I quite like the enemy design in this game. So that was the burst shot. Now I'll be switching to the scatter shot. I'm just to show that one off. As you can see, while the burst shot's more of a shotgun and does actually have some splash, although it's going to be kind of hard to see that early on because it requires very accurate aim. The scatter shot is more like a machine gun that ends with one final burst that does extra damage, and then the shield is kind of a counter-attack where you hold up the shield and when the enemy attacks it, it takes a lot of damage. Problem is though, sometimes the enemies can get around the shield and that can be a little bit tricky to deal with. Because sometimes the enemies can be smart enough, especially when in large numbers, to flank you.
They did seem somewhat altered, didn't they? Makes you wonder what could have caused such a mutation.
Yeah, like what happened here?
And of course there's healing items. And of course there's collecting a bunch of plants so we can craft more healing items. But first we have to deal with this. There's quite a lot of these guys at this opening.
That was close.
Yeah, I'm glad I picked up that healing items. That could have been very nasty. This is where you can see the problem with the shield shot and the enemies easily getting around it if you're not careful. Now, I'm hoping that opening glitch on the video is the only one that's going to happen, but we'll see. At least all future videos will be shorter than that one. Ideally, anyway. Than this one bothers, so hopefully it won't be too much of a problem, but we'll see. Because also this video required heavy editing as well, so trying to do it another way, I have to completely re-edit the parts I cut out. because as I mentioned in the first part, there are parts in the menus that I didn't realise would be such massive spoilers for both the main game and the DLC, which is very annoying, because they actually get added to the main menu thing, even like on New Game Pluses or on a fresh new game, which is a little annoying, but...
Okay, so let me get this straight. I'm somewhere that's not what I would call Earth. I'm seeing freaking dragons, and oh yeah, I'm talking to a fucking cuff!
Fan brace.
But yeah, the main thing that everyone kind of took away from when it came to hating this game was the kind of dialogue style from the trailer, but that's kind of as far as it goes, really. She's not quite like that for the rest of the game, really. She just kind of like is getting the initial excitement out of the way, but apart from this opening few minutes, it doesn't really do that very much. Once she kind of gets used to the idea of being here, she just kind of gets used to the weirdness. So really the trailer only really kind of goes into like the first 5 minutes and gives it a bad first impression.
Yeah.
It's quite satisfying when you launch something. Because sometimes a particularly hard shot to smart enough enemy can get them to bounce. So we're just showing off a few of the models for some of the items. We won't be doing it for all of them, just kind of like showing you what these menus look like for the most part. But yeah, so far, Athia has not put his best foot forward when it comes to Frey. I mean, in New York at the very least, only about 3 people are actively trying to hurt her. Most people just left her alone. And she even had some people on her side, but the first few minutes in Athia, everything's trying to kill her. Not a good first impression, really. Highly stressful situation to be in. And yeah, that was the first point where I really noticed, oh, there's a lot of spoilers in this menu, that's why I cut out there.
Whoa. What the hell? What is this weird feeling?
There seems to be some sort of malignant miasma in the air.
Okay, turning back now.
It doesn't seem to be affecting you, though, does it? Besides, I doubt there'd be much benefit in retracing your steps.
So this miasma, what exactly is it?
It's quite mysterious, isn't it? I suspect it might be what's causing all the local wildlife to look so peculiar.
So how come it doesn't affect me?
How come indeed? Could it be thanks to your commendable choice of traveling companion, perhaps?
No, not that. Definitely not that. Nothing but ruins. Looks like no one's been here for a while. I wonder how long everything's been in this shitty state.
Perhaps we should find somewhere else to search?
This is quite a useful ability, the ability to see essentially important things through walls. So you see these little starburst shapes. Those are chests. That's very useful for her when finding certain items that you're looking for, or if you want to make sure you're not missing anything important. There's also other icons that appear as well, like the little triangles are enemies that appear in the area. And there's also these little arrows that appear that are basically lore. So it can be quite nice to see what lore you've got, what lore you're missing, and things like that, if you can see any little exclamation marks. And here's one of the support spells, Divine Spell, which is quite useful when you're dealing with large groups. Don't use it very often, but it's nice to have, because it keeps certain enemies away from you. And now let's try out Disperse.
Okay. There.
So as you can see, Frey's default magic, well, Frey's magic at the moment, at this point in the game, is revolving around Earth and plant life.
Bright skies. I try to escape to someplace better, and where do I wind up? someplace 10 times worse.
Poor you.
Now, the funny thing I mentioned earlier is that Faye uses, in New York, Faye mostly defends herself with dirt and bricks, so using like a pocket sand and throwing bricks at people and things like that. So even that early on, before she even gets any kind of magic, she's still using the earth element to fight. That's kind of cute. So as you can see in the UI and in the world itself, purple and gold appear to be the main colours when it comes to magic. So all the plants and rocks are turning purple, and a lot of the enemies have, well, golden skeletons that are protruding. Like the golden rib cages on the tiny badge things, and on this bear, for example, part of its skull. Okay, Chapelania, but we'll call it a bear because that's what it is. Just a bear with no face. And in this fight I'm going to be showing off like how useful certain skills are, like I'm keeping it from moving right now with bind so we can get some free hits on it.
Yep.
I can't use disperse right now because it's still charging, because it's those kind of spells are on cooldown, but luckily the main spells aren't. And now he's been knocked down, I can do a lot of damage to him with a killer blow. And also, this is also going to charge up our surge magic. As you can see, that makes a little earthquake underneath him, which doesn't do very much damage right now. But surge magic will be amazing in the future. But we are early on in the game. We've only just started, so at the moment it's relatively weak, but still quite good for some cheap damage really quick. I figured I'd show off a bunch of the different spell types here just to kind of give each one a good look against a tougher enemy. So you can see how much of the boss health bar was taken out by each one. So you see, they're all equally viable. There's not really one spell that's weaker than the others, they just do their damage differently. So now we actually have a tutorial on how to use our mana that we've been gathering. And something I quite like with gathering mana is it's not all down to leveling up, which means it doesn't really require that much grinding, even if it...
Thanks, Professor.
I told you to call me Vambrace.
Even if it seems like it would have a bunch of,
Sure, Cuff. Sure. Shit!
It might be wiser to run this time.
No kidding.
Here, as you can see, their bones are protruding even further and becoming much more golden, much more obvious. These bears are way worse than the
This is awesome. I am catching some serious air.
Very impressive.
bear I was fighting earlier.
Why not catch some air into a seriously early grave?
I could run like the wind, and I'm not even getting tired.
Please, try not to get too carried.
You may notice we do have another meter now above our health bar. That's the stamina meter, those little triangles.
That was close. Where the hell are we now?
The big city, I suppose?
Hello? Anyone home? Say something if you can hear me.
Not a sound. Well, let's keep looking. You should probably keep an eye out for somewhere to rest, too.
Let's see what's over there.
Let's explore a little bit first, though, and also show one of the negative aspects of the exploration of the parkour in this game. But here's a little look at the map system real quick. Doesn't really have much to look at right now, but we'll see. Yeah, so that's just something that's going to happen now. It seems every time I make this video.
Is there not a single person left?
It very much seems that way. Perhaps this oddness with the air drove the escape to safer climes.
Hope so. At least that would mean they're still alive.
So yeah, while these are quite fun, as you can see here, it can be a little bit hard to control sometimes, especially when you're not very good at it. And yeah, the video really got bad there. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I'm hoping it's just because of the size of the video, and that when also something I'll do as well to avoid this kind of glitching happening in future is I'll make sure that when the video thing's running, nothing else is running in the background. I'll make sure that it's got all of the bandwidth, just in case that's what's causing the problem. So instead of like watching something on YouTube while I'm waiting for the video to do its thing, because this kind of thing seems to be happening, which is very annoying. So let's I put down the little plant thing that's going to be shooting at them, but it won't activate yet. As you can see, it only really activated when I actually activated the enemies, which is nice if you're doing like a little stealth thing. It means that even if you don't sculpt the stealth, it won't actually attack the enemies until the enemies actually become aware of you, which is nice. It means you can actually use that plant in somewhat strategic places. I don't, but you can.
Let's go check that out.
Always worth a look, just in case.
Yeah, those are the little arrows I mentioned that are basically little lore things. Yeah, as you can see, climbing is currently very finite. We can't really do that much of it right now because we still have very little stamina. Not that many options for movement. But it is still quite fun to just bounce up walls, even if you're not really getting anywhere.
Well, this place is fun.
I imagine it was once. Happy, smiling faces on every corner. I can picture it now.
Damn. Everything just looks broken.
Not exactly the most poetic of descriptions, but yes, I suppose it does.
Yeah, it's not just buildings and monsters, as you may have seen from the earlier parts of the game.
Nowhere that's not, like, broken by this shit?
I suppose there might be somewhere.
Well, it's not just that, it's also the sky and the rocks themselves are broken.
Here.
Just the whole
Good.
world
I'm exhausted.
has kind of lost its mind. Now, the lore you pick up are kind of interesting, so I am going to be showing them, because it just kind of goes straight to them. But I won't be really exploring much of the menu in this lore archive thing, because again, quite a few spoilers there. So I'll only be showing you the lore as we pick it up.
Nice. I could use a rest. Sounds like trouble.
See, I
Yes,
think...
and given what we've seen so far, I'd say you need to be very careful in case you're planning on investigating.
So yeah, you thought things were broken before.
Shit! What is it now?
Now the break is 100 times worse. So bad.
Is this the break shit's doing too?
I believe so. It corrupts everything it touches before destroying it completely. Now hurry up and get out of here while you still can.
Yeah, so even things that are already broken can't survive in the break, especially when the break storm hits. That's what this is called. This is when the break gets really bad. So even corrupted life forms can't even physically withstand it anymore.
Oh, fuck! What now?
Well, for starters, I think we should run.
Too late for that.
Time to fight the dragon. with a big obvious glowing weak point. So let's throw our magic at that. And she's also showing us how we can use magic parkour to avoid attacks, although I really do badly in this fight.
Okay, what the hell do I do here?
Fighting might be an idea.
How the hell am I supposed to fight a dragon?
Anything that big.
See, anytime you see a purple glint, get out the way,
Must have a weak point.
or that will happen.
That's not doing much.
Careful, you're about to get badly bitten.
You were saying?
Luckily we avoided that one with our magic parkour, and that one. So as you can see, if we hit it anywhere but that glowing heart,
Do the fighting here?
it doesn't actually do that much damage because it's resistant to hit when you hit it there. But when you hit it in the little glowing orange weak point, it takes a lot more damage.
That's not a good thing, is it?
Probably not. Might want to find some cover. Fast.
Shit! Oh, fuck! What did I do to deserve this? Okay, this is bad. Very bad.
Take cover.
Yeah, now there is another piece of cover for that, but it won't help me in this fight,
That's the stuff. Keep at it.
because I'm an idiot, and you'll see why shortly. That's where the other piece of cover is. I was kind of looking for it to make sure I knew where it was, but I made a mistake here. I locked onto the dragon.
He's alright as it can be. Ha! Ha!
Wouldn't want to get on the wrong end of those fangs.
Yeah!
That's it. Show that beast what it means to mess with a vamp race.
Whoa, did you see that?
So gratifying to see my hard work paying dividends.
So let's do a little bit more damage with our big attack, and get stuck on the dragon while doing so, which is a little embarrassing, but there we go. Quite funny when that happens, really. And trying to hit it with that doesn't really do that much because the weak spot is a little bit too high.
Let me
But
guess.
now
We're gonna need more cover.
we need to get behind that wall, but I'm an idiot.
Steady on.
Luckily though, somehow I managed to avoid that.
Come on!
Keep at
Because
it.
if I had been locked on, I might be able to get behind that wall I was running into like an idiot.
Nope.
That's where the wall was right there, but because I was locked on, I was foolish.
Yeah. Ah.
It's a fun fight though, the dragon. It's a cool kind of introduction to fighting a more difficult enemy. Yeah, sometimes you have to be in just the right position to actually hit it with that kind of attack.
Come on, drop dead already. Do you think it's dead? The dragon?
Well, it did get crushed by all that rubble.
Yeah, there's not really anything we can really buy right now. That's just a brief user journey to menu, see if I could get anything I could upgrade or buy, but nope, nothing yet. I've only got 10 points.
What? How does that thing not even have a scratch?
So yeah, if we use our Poco while actually charging, then it allows us to actually avoid even better, really, essentially.
Just can't catch a break. What the fuck? Where'd it go?
I'm not going to use that very well here, but yeah, it's the thing. Also, we've always going to be hitting with these attacks. Look, there we go.
Fred, you need to get directly in front of it now.
Here's a new way of dealing with the big fireball.
It's a blind spot. Trust me.
Well, not the big fireball, more the 2 fire pillars.
Nice work. Show it what you've got.
And now this is quite a tricky bit to avoid, and because again I'm playing like an idiot, so I don't really pay attention to where it's going to be coming down. So the whole idea there is meant to see exactly what's going to be coming down and get out of the way when it does so. But for some reason I'm playing this fight really badly in this video.
That's stun level.
No time to recuperate. Stay on your feet.
Is this even doing anything?
I think so. Keep chipping away. Try not to get stepped on.
I quite like the little aerial recovery thing you can do as well. That's quite fun when you go flying and just kind of bounce back.
Try to work out where it will attack from next.
That's very satisfying to do, really. But you can only really do it, of course, when you have stamina. And now we're out of stamina, so we can't really be dodging at all right now. Which is not a good sign.
Where is it?
Above you. Look out. Here it comes again.
Yo, back the fuck off!
You know there's nowhere to run, don't you?
Fuck!
Any bright ideas?
Yeah! Make this fucker let go!
But you'll die if you fall from up here.
I'm gonna die anyway, asshole!
Oh, this is exciting. Are you all right?
I think so.
Looks like there's a town up there.
Hopefully one that isn't deserted.
Well, you'll never find out if you don't go and see.
That's a fun sequence. I like all the camera work when the dragon's carrying Frey around. It's very dynamic.
Oh, whoa, hey! Hey! Over here! Oh, we're saved. Huh? The hell?
Move, monster!
Hey, the fuck you calling monster?
The monster speaks!
Yeah, of course I speak, and put your pointy stick away, asshole!
Move!
Alright, move it! Where are we now?
This is the city of Sipor.
Why are they speaking English?
It's my experience that languages share commonalities across many dimensions.
Okay, any answer works for me, I guess.
Quiet! Keep moving, fiend.
Ugh, of course. Back in court.
Again,
Let me go!
really bad first impression.
Easy.
Settle. Settle. Who are you, child?
Who are you?
I would humble thyself and answer their questions.
I got this. I'm used to repping thyself.
I don't think you comprehend the gravity of your situation.
I've gotten myself out of much tougher scrapes than this, thank you very much. So why don't you shut your shiny mouth and let me do the talking?
Look at her. She speaks with invisible beings. Is she in cahoots with demons?
What? No. And who uses cahoots?
I would like to hear the answer to Councilwoman Billet's question, child.
My name is Frey Holland. I do not know how I got here. I am exhausted. I am starving, and all I want is to go home.
Her vestments are strange. Where is she from?
Hell's Kitchen.
You see? She is Hell's spawn. How else could she survive in the corruption? How did you emerge from the corruption of Junoon unscathed?
I wouldn't exactly say unscathed.
It is because she and the corruption are one and the same. We must execute her immediately!
Wait, what? No, that's crazy. I don't even know how I got here.
Please listen to me. I believe we need her. Who wishes to address the council?
Forgive me, I am Odin Keen. All this woman is guilty of is surviving the corrupted lands. We've much to learn from her. Until now, we've only met her with blades. Perhaps we could extend her a hand of kindness.
The devil will accept your kindness, as it bites your hand, spreading its venomous corruption into your veins. We must deal with this interloper swiftly. Councilwoman Billet, please!
Both Odin King and Councilman Janesh have made very compelling arguments. Council is divided. Therefore, there shall be no blood spilled today. But heed my warning, child. If you prove a threat, we will have no choice but to eliminate you. Take her to the Tower of Binoy.
Please, Councilwoman Billet, your ruling is too harsh.
Council is adjourned.
She has done nothing wrong.
Wait, what, Tower of Benoy? What's the Tower of Benoy?
I believe it's a prison.
Please!
What? Oh, hell no, I'm not getting locked up again! Let me go! Let me go! Don't touch me, asshole! Oh. No!
I quite like Odin, she's a fun character. Although again, bear in mind her language, she may have just been speaking this way to sway the council, but while her intentions may have come from a kind of place, she still is very kind of, let's keep her around and she might be able to help us.
Get up. Get up.
It's still transactional.
Get up. Get up! Get up! Get up!
Look, I am imprisoned 1,000,000 miles from home in a Ren Fair nightmare. Just let me die in peace.
If you die, I'm just a meaningless bauble that they bury you with.
And I am fine with that. Just leave me alone. You know what? None of this is my fault. This is all your
And
fucking
tell me
fault.
how exactly this is my fault.
Can we just not talk?
Fine. Fine by me. Suit yourself. I'd love a bit of silence.
Fantastic.
you say another fucking word.
And now we're even in jail despite not doing anything.
Kitchen courthouse.
I doubt you'll be squeezing your way to freedom through there.
Also, I love the Hell's Kitchen gag,
No
that's quite
shit.
funny.
Shit, of course it's locked. Damn it, this is going nowhere.
Did that piss bucket do something to annoy you?
No. You know what? You did. Because of you, I'm not getting back to
Newark?
New York. How hard is that to remember?
Maybe as hard to remember as Vambrace? If memory serves me right, you weren't exactly in the best of spirits when our paths first crossed. I'm not sure why you're so determined to return.
You know what? I'm just gonna use magic to bust us out of here.
It isn't advisable to use your abilities in front of them.
Why not? They already think I'm in cahoots with demons.
But they will hang you for being a heretic.
What, like a Salem situation?
Do you expect me to know what that means?
Look, we did it your way, and now we're gonna try it my way. Did I just do that?
Quick, put this on.
Who's there?
I will free you, but you have to put it on and do as I say. Okay, it's on.
You. You're the one who stood up for me in court. Why are you doing this?
Because I believe you. But we must hurry.
How did you sneak past the guards?
I prepared a tincture of slumber baked into a pastry.
Looks can really be deceiving.
Let's go before they wake.
Wait. Where are we going? What's your angle?
Angle.
She did defend you in court, and right now she seems to be your only option.
Fair point. All right, wherever we're going, there's got to be food.
Well, this is serendipitous.
You're telling me.
Did you say something?
What? No. Please, after you.
I do quite like Auden, she's pretty cool. Because she's willing to step up.
You sure this is a good idea? I mean, aren't you gonna get yourself in trouble?
Don't worry about me. Besides, I couldn't just stand idly by while they treated you so unfairly.
Who were those people running the trial?
You mean the Council of Sepul? They're the leaders of our city. They settle all our disputes.
Judge and jury all rolled into one, huh? Efficient.
As you can see, our land suffers. Everything that corruption touches...
It breaks. Yeah. I saw it up close. It's real fucked up in there. Not pleasant.
Indeed. Athia's all but lost.
Where did the break shit come from?
I'll tell you soon enough. We must keep moving.
I don't like her simple, her naming of the break is. It's the break ship because it breaks ship. That's quite cute, honestly.
So where are we going exactly?
We should make our way to the lower city.
The lower city. Got it. What were you even doing at the courtroom?
No one has arrived from outside the city for many years. Everyone in town wants to know who you are.
The price of notoriety, I guess.
After what you called the break shit.
Let's just go with the break.
After the break occurred, people fled their villages. Sepul is the last bastion.
Damn.
I do like how Frey is the one that coined the term the break as well. That's not what they called it until she introduced the term.
Staying off the main thoroughfares. Less chance of being spotted.
You know, we should stay off the main thoroughfares. Less chance of being spotted.
You're right.
It's also quite funny that as soon as Arden calls it the break, she's like, let's just stick with the break, because clearly she's not quite comfortable with the idea of her modern slang kind of falling too far
nice
into theirs.
Some schmancy houses.
This is where the nobility live.
Ah, yes. The Upper East Side.
Technically, we're in the north of the city.
I kind of like the little New York jokes like that, they're quite cute.
Fan out! She can't have got far!
It appears they've noticed that you're missing. Head for the shadows and keep moving.
Stick to the shadows.
Great idea.
Why can't you be more like her? She likes all my ideas.
Well, yeah, given Frey's background, it's not surprising she's distrustful of Arden at this point. Given all she's seen of her so far, besides her breaking out of prison, is her defense in court basically being, we can use her. At the very least, that's how she interprets it. Not surprising there's an aspect of very little trust there.
You are safe now.
Thanks.
We are close to where I live. Come, I have food.
Bit of a half-hearted thank you, I must say.
Nobody does anything nice without wanting something in return. I have trust issues.
Do you trust me?
What you and I have is an unholy alliance at best. I couldn't get rid of you even if I wanted to.
She did just risk her own life to get you out of jail.
Point taken. Plus, she promised me food.
And don't you want to know what she wants? It's quite the mystery.
More interested in the food at the moment.
I do like that Frey admits it's her problem as well, though, with the whole trust issues and things like that. She's not saying Auden's untrustworthy, she's saying I don't trust her.
I am Auden Keen, daughter of Robian and Callista Keen.
Well, I'm Frey Holland, daughter of who the F knows.
I don't know how to respond.
It's okay. Boring story. I'm over it.
Liar.
My father was a notable cognoscent.
Cognizant?
Cognoscent.
You say tomato, I say tomato. Tomato, tomato.
You are very strange, Frey. Cognitians are Athia's most highly respected scholars. And my mother was a general.
Oof, that is a lot to live up to. Wait, was?
I've been on my own almost my whole life.
I know what that's like. I don't have any parents. I had some foster ones, but they never really stuck.
So you must feel the same way.
That we got royally screwed?
That we must help others.
Tomato, tomato.
Yeah, the primary difference here is that Arden Keen knew her parents.
This is my home.
You live in a bar?
Above.
I like you more and more. So about that food? You had this on you the whole time?
I needed you to follow me. Frey Holland, daughter of who the F knows.
Just Frey's fine and well played. Well, thanks for the jailbreak lady and the apple, but this is where we part ways.
Please wait. I need your help to save my homeland.
Mystery solved.
That's not happening.
The circle of bending light, the rushing sound. That's what brought you here, yes? You want to go back home, don't you? I may be able to help you.
I'll give you to the bottom of a drink.
And here we have the pro quo. We've had the quid. Now we have the other side of the coin.
Looks like one of those medieval themed bars. Hey!
Sorry, I didn't see you.
Give it back. Come on. Second rule of pickpocketing, never give back what you stole.
It's the first rule.
Don't get caught.
What is it anyway?
Something that ain't worth crap here.
Well, if it isn't worth anything, why can't I have it?
Nice try, Munchkin. Now scram!
A pint of your finest ale, my good sir.
Oof, hell of a kick. You guys do not mess around. Alright, let's hear it. This isn't gonna last long.
My father researched the phenomenon known as the Tirana extensively.
Tirana?
The tunnel of light you traveled through? I believe his work holds the answers you need. I could give you his findings. And
here it comes.
In return, I want you to find his research notes on the break. They are...
In the break, right?
It does not seem to have any effect on you.
So they say.
Many have tried to find what's outside the city, but they don't get far before...
Before what?
You are the only hope we have. You're special.
Okay, you obviously don't know me. I want proof.
Follow me and I'll show you. And thank you.
I haven't said yes. Do you believe her?
I suppose anything is possible. Some chance is better than no chance.
I do not want to go back into that hellscape.
Come on, you'll be fine. I'll be with you after all.
Not comforted.
So yeah, a key thing with this is only a small favor, really. All she's asking you to do is find something that's already hers. It's not like in New York where the people asking you to do stuff are asking you to steal very expensive or very large, very obvious things. It's a relatively small favor.
Is this them? Your folks?
Yes. It was painted when we were at one of the Cogniscience guilds. Father was one of the Cogniscience of Janoon. He had the foresight to move his work to Praenost just before the Guild and Janoon fell to the break.
So your dad's notes are in Praenost?
Yes. He brought me here to keep me safe from the break. But it wasn't long before he went back to finish his work. That was 20 years ago. I never saw him again. And the break eventually overtook everything outside the city.
Could you tell me about him?
He was a brilliant man, beloved by many. He was close to finding a way of slowing down the break, maybe even reversing it. People put their faith in him, believed that he would make the world how it used to be. I'm trying my hardest to continue his work, to keep hope alive. Here, these are his notes on the Tirana.
Yeah, this looks familiar.
You can have this after you help me.
Quid pro quo. I get it.
He kept his notes on the break and read journals like this one. I need you to find them and bring them back.
Okay, so I go and get the journals, bring them back, and then we're square. That's the full extent of my savioring.
I will do everything in my power to help you get home. You have my word.
Cross your heart and hope to die?
You wish me dead?
No, it's a phrase we have on our... Forget it.
I shall pretend those words were never uttered.
Good. Okay, I'm in. Why not? It's not like I've got any better options.
Oh, this is good news. You're truly helping the people of Athia.
Not why I'm doing it, but yeah, sure.
If you're planning on heading into the break, you'll need to get some rest.
I'll go in the morning. You got anywhere I can crash?
Crash?
Crash. Sleep.
Oh, of course. Follow me.
There's like Udden's patience as well. Even when Frey's being somewhat abrasive, she kind of sees through it.
You can use this room whenever you like. And I'll prepare a change of clothes for you.
Thanks. You're a lifesaver.
And she's also willing to just put aside any clear misunderstandings.
What a fucking day. Still can't tell if any of this is real.
And yet it is. Now rest. You have another big day tomorrow.
Well, of course, only a 40-minute big, not a hour-long big. Different kind of big. I like Faye playing with the cape, it's quite cute.
Now you look like one of us. But your shoes betray you.
These have gotten me out of a lot of scrapes. Where I go, they go. The kicks stay.
So it shall be. Here, you'll also need this. It's a map of Athia. It should aid you on your journey. Here, I've marked the Cognitions Guild.
Perfect.
So let's bear in mind the way she's been asked stuff. Back in New York, it was all threats or just generally in some way forcing her to do things that she wasn't even fully understanding why she was doing. Like, she didn't know what was important about the car or anything like that. Here, Auden has been very forthcoming with all the information she needs. She knows what she's getting, why she's getting it.
Tanta's blessings.
You too, whatever that means.
And given the reward is getting her sent home, all she has to do is get a book back for her. It's not that big a deal, really. So of course she's more than happy to help. It's a fair enough trade. And here we have our full introduction to Sapal. And of course, we'll be fully exploring it next time. Because this has been a long enough video at this point. It's a nice enough area though.
Maybe you should grab an apple.
An apple a day.
We'll keep Frey's hunger at bay.
Such a poet.
So, of course, Sepal is the land of a million side quests.
So, how do we get to this Cognoscence's guild place?
If I'm reading the peasant girl's map correctly, we'll need to leave the city by the south gate.
Alright, let's get going then.
Because before we leave the city by the south gate, we have a lot of little question marks to look at. So here's the jumble map of Sepal. You can kind of tilt it around, which is nice. And these little question marks are events. Little kind of unique cutscenes that happen with certain characters to introduce them. The little purple spots you can see outside the city are treasure chests. That's quite nice to be able to see them like that. And it's also while we're here, pick up a new spell. I'm going to go for something a bit more practical. I don't know how much I'll really be using it, but this is going to be helpful. In case we ever actually get poisoned, let's pick up something that will help us protect against that, because poison in this game can be quite devastating when we get to actually showing it off. So that is this episode. I'm sorry about the glitches earlier. Hopefully the next few videos won't have that kind of problem. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.